Today we're taking Clark to the hospital for an exam under anesthesia. Clark has these about every 4 weeks, although there was a period over the summer from about the beginning of May till the end of August that he had to be in every 2 weeks for these. And what they do is, just like it sounds, they do an examination on his eyes while he's put under anesthesia. This means that he cannot eat before these exams. So usually it means from midnight forward, he can't have any food and he can only have clear liquids, which is apple juice, Pedialyte, Sprite, or water from midnight until 2 hours before his exam. Today's a little bit different because he has to go in at 2:50. That's the time that they're scheduled to start. And that's a little bit later in the day. So thankfully, they gave him a small leeway and he still had no food after midnight, but he could have one small bowl of cereal before 8 a.m. So if he had that before 8 a.m., he was good to go. We like those days because it feels like we can have a normal morning. Just have a little bowl of cereal and then run off and play and nothing crazy. The days that we don't get that allowance, and it's usually not the case, we wake up a little early and Kevin, Chloe, and I will quickly eat something small, and then I will come up and wake up Clark and we will spend the day upstairs at our house. This is when the 2-story house is kind of nice. We keep him upstairs away from the food and we just play. We do whatever we can to keep him entertained. He's usually pretty cranky. He doesn't like not eating. Who does? And it gets a little crazy, but we make it work. The kids are currently having a dance party in Clark's room. That's one of our favorite activities. On exam days, we always wear our fight shirts. This is the front. It has a hashtag, I fight with Clark. And on the back, it has a little saying, if you can read it. It says, in this family, no one fights alone. And we ask all of our friends and family, anyone that bought a shirt when Clark got diagnosed, to wear their shirts on these days because it helps us just have that little bit of oomph going into an exam. Once we get to the hospital, we usually have to be there an hour and a half before his procedure starts. It's an hour drive to the hospital. So about 30 minutes in, we make sure he takes one last drink of juice or water, and then we take it away and we watch CoComelon. We get to the hospital and we turn on CoComelon and we sit and we wait. And about 15 minutes before they're ready to take Clark back for his exam, he has to have eye drops. Maybe it's 30 minutes. He has to have dilating eye drops in his eyes, 2 drops, 2 different kinds of drops in each eye, 5 minutes apart. So they do a drop, and then a drop. We wait 5 minutes, and then we do it again. This is usually not very fun for him. I'm going to try to have Kevin make a video today while we're there of them doing the eye drops with us. It's become a process. We know what we're doing. We get it done, but it's still not very fun. They also give him some medication. They usually give him Tylenol for pain, and they give him a medication that helps kind of make him a little loopy sometimes giggly. It's called Versed, and the Versed has an amnesia effect. So they usually give it to him before they're about 30 minutes, I would say, before they're ready to take him away. And this helps him just make that transition to the anesthesiologist and into surgery better. It helps with just all of the anxiety and the scared of where am I going. They say it has an amnesia effect. So theoretically, he doesn't remember it later. And there are times when he gets so silly and just laughs at everything. And there are times when he just kind of zones out. It's kind of funny. So we will try to record what he does today. Under the exam, once they have him back, it usually takes an hour and a half to 2 hours. And Dr. Hansen is our doctor, and he will check the tumors. They do an ultrasound on each eye and check the size of his tumors to see what's going on. How does it look compared to last month? Are the tumors growing? Are they shrinking? We've had I guess this time we haven't had chemo in between. We were supposed to 2 weeks ago, and we didn't. So if we had had chemo in between, he would have seen how well the chemo worked. So they check that. He will usually do cryotherapy, which is they kind of freeze the vitreous in the eye, and that keeps any treatment that they do in the eye in the eye. They have the theory that it won't leave the eye and go to other parts of the body if they do the cryo freezing. And then they do chemotherapy injections into the vitreous. That will kill any, theoretically will kill any seeds, any tumor seeding that might be happening in the eye. He also does laser therapy on the existing tumors. That just helps break it down, and if there's chemotherapy, helps focus it to that area. And those are usually things that he does every time. On his left eye, he has not had to have any cryotherapy for a few months now. It hasn't been seeding, but it has had recurrence in the initial tumor. So he's had the laser therapy in that left eye every time. The right eye has a spot that he's been lasering as well, and it has been seeding pretty much the whole time that he's been in treatment. So he gets the cryotherapy in that eye pretty much every time we go in. He gets kind of puffy afterwards. Thankfully, he wakes up well from his anesthesia. So the doctor usually comes and talks to us within a few minutes of that. They call us and tell us that he's ready to wake up. And his eyes are usually puffy. He doesn't want to open them. Obviously, they're very sore with having lasers and shots and all of this stuff. He's tired. So we just make sure he eats and drinks, which he usually does right away. And then we get to go home. This is our routine every month. We do it about every 4 weeks. And it has become normal to us, but it's still it's a lot on his little body. And he's pretty tired for a day or two afterwards. Okay, here's normal hospital morning. We are just trying to waste some time upstairs away from the kitchen since Clark's not allowed to eat. Say hello.
Hello.
So Clark, back up. We come up to the schoolroom. We usually have Chloe do some schoolwork and Clark does some letters. And we just play. Clark doesn't usually have his exams until very late in the afternoon. Today it's at 3 o'clock that they'll take him back. So we just do our best to play and be distracted.
No, I want to see it.
Yeah, you want to see it?
I don't have it. In the car.
His name is Carr?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And this is, his name is Monster.
Monster Truck?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's that boy going?
What?
What's that boy going?
That girl went to go see Dr. Jardine
Why?
because she needs help with her eyes too.
And in my eye?
Yep, and then your eyes.
Why?
Stand, put your head up.
Feet all the way back.
Okay, there we go. That's as good as we're going to get. Head up.
Okay, you coming up?
Daddy.
Yeah, is it squeezing your arm?
Yeah.
Okay, when it's done, we can go watch the tablet, okay?
What's that noise?
It was her keyboard tray.
Okay, here's our little room. We got a cool view this time. We usually don't get a window in our room that looks kind of nice. Clark's all done getting checked in. Now we just wait. They'll come and give him some medicine and eye drops here in a little bit. We just get to watch Cocomelon while we wait.
Yep.
Why did the geek cross the road?
Why?
So that I
Are you just making words up? Are you just making words up? Yeah, you are. Why did Mr. Monkey cross the road? No, because Clark had crossed the road to go dancing. Go tell him a joke, okay? Yeah.
You don't have to. You better give Mom a hug.
It's usually best if he does it. So.
Okay.
Hey, come here, bud. Okay.
Show me the superheroes. Mom and Dad are gonna wait here for you.
Okay. Tell him a
Take
joke.
good care of him.
Thank you. What up, beautiful girl? What you doing? You better not eat.
So the secret to hospital eating is find the good food. The university hospital next door has the best pizza and pudding. This is where we just wait. It gets a little boring. We're exhausted. It's a long day. And here is the same day surgery waiting room. It's got a beautiful view of the other medical buildings and some nice snow outside. At this point, I think we'd been waiting an hour and a half. It was almost time for the doctor to come get us. We just made it home from Klark's exam. Everything went really well. Did it go good, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're home, watching a show, having a great time. He did a good job. So his left eye looks great. The doctor said that it responded really well to the treatment that we did, the interarterial chemo last month plus the exam after that. And with that, his tumor seems to be stable. Yeah. Not growing or anything. It looks wonderful, so much so that he does not need to have chemo on it tomorrow. So we're very excited. Oh. Last month, his right eye tumor, they weren't sure if it was active or if it was just kind of a foggy area of inactive tumor. So we didn't do any treatment on that last month after the interarterial chemo, and it did grow. So we know it's an active tumor, and it will need chemo tomorrow. So we are headed back to the hospital. It's 7:30 at night right now, almost 8 o'clock. And we will have to go back tomorrow morning at 6:30. What? So we're still a little grumpy. You don't want me to talk?
No.
Okay. But he's doing really good. And the doctor also thinks this might be his last IAC. So we're hoping, we're hopeful, but we are willing to do whatever needs to be done. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Say I love you. Get very grumpy and tired after this, huh?